going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report, weekly news briefing. It is Sunday, the 14th of January, 2024. Winter has officially arrived in San. Has winter arrived where you are? I'm looking over right now. It is, at the time I'm shooting this video, it's 2:30 in the morning. It is 2 degrees. The wind chill is negative 17. Man, I just want to start off the video with a shout out to the St. Louis Fire Department and, yes, the St. Louis Police Department, who, because the temperature is now so cold that the chemicals won't work on the highway, they're out there just running highway calls all night long in the freezing cold. So, keep your first responders in mind on days like this, and you're nice and warm in your house. There's people out there that are just doing it 24 hours a day. Anyway, the first link below will take you over to the Patreon post. That's where you can get into all this news. I have all the links over there. It's been a crazy another week of news. Let's just jump right into it. I want to make you aware of something on the World Economic Forum's schedule for January 17th, 2024, preparing for disease X. Could result 20 times more fatalities than previous pandemic. This is what the World Economic Forum is, Event 201, that whole thing. Well, this is just what they're doing. We got this here. Robert Malone tweets this out. The GXPV2 variant is 100% fatal to mice, likely due to infection of the brain. He's got a thing there if you want to look into that. I don't know. Howard Stern announces he has COVID after years of worrying about catching the virus. He says, "You do not want this." Well, forgive me if I'm wrong, but aren't you up to date on your vaccinations, Howard Stern? I don't know what the problem is. But I'll link to it. AARP just told its 38 million members to get the 8th shot. Yes, 8th shot of mRNA. This reported by Zero Hedge. Other news going on. Cancer striking more young people. Doctors are alarmed and baffled. Nobody knows what's happening. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Stunning. Another sportsman down on the field just collapses and convulses mid-match and Qatar. I don't know why. Other news we got going on, clown news. House explodes in laughter as radical Democrat congressman says, let's talk about the fact that President... Oh, yes, she did say that. Here, let's just see here.
Let's talk about the fact that President Trump incited an erection. Maybe that too.
Maybe that too.
Yeah, you can talk about that too, I guess.
Oh, my God. Speaking of that, Hillary Clinton sent henchmen to intimidate victim footage of Clinton sex tapes backed up on USB sticks. What's going to happen to anybody? No one, nothing. Hunter Biden apparently was on Capitol Hill this week, but he gets up and walks out.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Excuse me, Hunter. Apparently you're afraid of my words.
Yeah. He walks out. But, a reporter got him out in the hallway. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Hunter, what's your favorite type of crack? Are you on crack today?
Hunter, what's your favorite? I just shout out to that reporter, whoever they work for. That was awesome. Chris Christie drops out of 2024 race, takes shots at Haley while ending her. Oh, not say it ain't so Krispy Kreme. I did watch a little bit of the so-called debate this week. It was just the one guy and the lady on the stage. I don't even know their names anymore. I'll put a link to this, so he's out. And we got Trump is crushing everyone. Crushes Biden. Nikki Haley loses in national poll. It's going to be Trump, or will it be? I don't know. I mean, if you're watching the fact that the United States is now non-stop bombing Yemen for Iran, Houthi militants and all, well, we'll get into that in World War III news. Let's check out the financial news first. How made U.S. stock spared on the Friday? What happened in the markets this week? The Dow closed at 37,592. For the week, it was up 126 points. Yay, Dow! To the moon. Speaker Johnson announces $1.66 trillion. Bipartisan package to avert shutdown, but I think this has got some static. Here we come. That can is coming up again. Got to keep kicking that can till they're ready to pull the plug. There goes the job market. Forget to plunge. Is hiring absolutely obliterated in November? Is this true? I don't know. Just a tweet from Zero Hedge. TV won't tell you that. Senate GOP border deal leak. Check it out. Migrants to get work permits, lawyers, and green cards. Put a link to that. If you're looking for some extra work in St. Louis, don't be a DoorDash driver. You get carjacked left and right overnight in South St. Louis. Be wise. Job hazard. Vermont suicide tourism might be something to get into. The industry booms after data reveals assisted deaths quadrupled. Well, the New World Order would be just fine with that. Quebec police saying it's because it's an embarrassing. Oh, you cannot. Here it is. You cannot post images of people who steal packages off your porch, even though you caught them red-handed with your Ring doorbell or whatever it was. Yeah, I went looking for, because I'm thinking surely not. Yeah, Canadian police warn that posting videos of alleged package thieves could be a violation of their privacy. First of all, what's alleged about it? They took your package. You have video evidence. You can clearly see their face. They don't want you to post that because it might violate their privacy. This clown world we're living in. Chicago gave kids free laptops and iPads and other devices, which I assume they were supposed to bring back maybe at the end of the year. 77,000 devices, 23 million missing in one school year. Imagine that. We got January 6th protesters, just some miscellaneous news here, rot in jail as George Floyd rioters get $24,000 checks. Imagine that. Some electric car doom. Hertz is selling off 20,000 EVs if you want one, in part because they're too expensive. You mean that $45,000 battery? Give me a break. And miscellaneous here. The media is certainly not talking about it. German railway workers join farmer protest. German and Polish truckers providing additional support. So shout out to the farmers and the truckers and the railway workers, and death to the New World Order. Over to New World Order Police State News. I'm going to jump around a bit because I got several topics I want to cover here. This is where I stop and ask you, please share the reports. There's a lot of important stuff coming up. Democrats propose bill to neuter militias. Yes, well, you know, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. I'm sure that's what the Founding Fathers had in mind. I'll put a link to Vice, you know, just more and more. They don't want you to fight back against what's coming. Victims left, life change. Oh, yes, of course. I can't even say these words because, of course, it's all being censored. If you were injured because of something, you certainly can't speak out about it. Your freedom of speech, you can't say that. St. Louis mask mandate rescinded less than 24 hours after woke health officials trigger happy. Yeah, our stupid bitch mayor tried to do her crap again. You know, I sent her an email explaining to her, you know, my mother didn't die from COVID-19. My mother died from the respiratory infection she got from wearing a mask all day. You stupid bitch. Other news, COVID 6 feet social distancing sort of just appeared. Likely, just for the YouTube censorship staff, this is the New York Post reporting this. Not a conspiracy theory website, okay? Another round of Epstein docs released. There were alleged sex tapes between Bill Clinton. Clearly see his face. This is, in the Illuminati bin, I guess. I'm going to put this in. I'm all over the place here. Girls on Epstein Island were given Victoria's Secret clothes put through rotation of sex abuse, say court docs. I still don't know where this list of names are. I mean, we knew that Bill Clinton and all this, and I guess, but, nobody that's going to, like I said, nothing will come of any of this. Nothing. Prince Andrew, ex-wife blows whistle, says Jeffrey Epstein had prior knowledge of 9/11. Well, a lot of people had prior knowledge of that. I mean, really, Giuliani. I mean, let's just pull it. Silverstein. A lot of people knew. Ask the CIA what happened that morning. Link to that, but we're just crazy. Let's see, we got other stuff going on. Atlanta Trump prosecutor alleged DA Lover met with White House counsel. Let's get some miscellaneous police state news here against Donald Trump. Migrants, I got a ton of this stuff. Migrants evicted from NYC hotels. Nearly 5,000 eviction notices issued. Where are these people going to go? I know where they're going to go. They're going to go to the schools. NYC high school forced into remote learning as 2,000 migrants sheltered in school instead of the hotels. They're kicking the kids out of the schools and wait till you see my shout out at the end. It's going to be a language warning. We'll get there. Your vehicle, it might be spying on you. Now they're going to start installing ChatGPT. You are experiencing a car accident. Just a miscellaneous. And something here at the bottom. Outrageous S&P on the agenda front proposes 7 years in prison for parents who refuse kids' gender change. We are over to World War III news and Operation Blackjack, motherfucker. It is everywhere. U.S. and U.K. carry out now multiple airstrikes against Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen. Constantly, the bombing is in Iran is talking about we're gonna blow up the world and all this. This is all in response to, I guess, these Red Sea attacks that have been going on. U.S. U.K. forces repel largest attack by Houthis. I'm telling you, oh my God, the stage is set. I've been saying that for 15 years, but holy shit. Iranian Navy seizes oil tanker in the Gulf of Oman. We got that going on. We got some other stuff going on here. Listen to this. Listen to what this is. This the one where the Iranian national, let's see, is warning America about what's to come. An Iranian national crossed the border illegally in California. Listen to this interview where he tells you about all the terrorists that are coming across the border right now. They're screaming death to America. Slain Hezbollah commander fought in some of the group's largest battles. We got another top-level guy dead over there. We got Blinken seeks Palestinian governance reform for post-war Gaza as deadly Israel. Got Israeli strikes continuing. I mean, oh boy. Free Palestine mob shuts down Manhattan Bridge. They're shutting down bridges and tunnels in New York. They're doing it on the West Coast too. LA National Cemetery defaced as anti-Israel protests. Citywide disruptions follow. It's happening. We're having almost daily demonstrations in St. Louis now. Probably not right now because of the cold, but it's been that way. Secretary of Defense went missing. Hospitalized, mystery procedure, and prostate cancer. I believe this is a cover story. I believe this is all bullshit. That is just my opinion. I'll put a second link. U.S. lawmaker to launch impeachment case against Pentagon chief. I don't know if that man is ill. I have a feeling. My gut tells me he's not. My gut tells me that they're just getting all their ducks in a row and getting the right people positioned for whatever the hell's about to happen. Other news, a couple of miscellaneous. Sweden bracing for war. I don't know what's going on there. That from Express. And I got one at the bottom here. Did you see these gunmen storm Ecuador television studio, take hostages? I'm going to leave a link to a GLP thread just because it's the easiest way. There's just a ton of these videos. A lot of them have been deleted, I guess. But yeah, these guys stormed the TV station and took things over. And it's like watching the movie Rampage, It's right out of the movie Rampage. Just a note on the blackjack stuff, I've been accused over the years of actually wanting this scenario to play out. I absolutely do not. There will be no joy in my heart on the day that I wake up and see this happening. Because that's the end game. I fully believe it is. I'm telling you right now. That's going to happen. It's going to happen. I hope you're preparing for it. Because it's the only thing that makes sense. Over 2 earth changes in 2012. News. I got the earthquake set up for 6 points and above. We had a 6.4 on the 11th and a 6.7 on the 8th. A little bit more of a quiet week this week for, I think we had one down. Do we have one down in Arkansas? There's a link on that somewhere there. The big news this week was the Arctic blast tied to the polar vortex, the global warming that's going on. I'm literally watching the day after tomorrow over here while I'm watching the ice freeze all over my windows. It's craziness. Polar vortex, I hope everybody stay warm, please. I'm back here. I have a window unit, now it says 37. Earlier it said 32 because I keep it going just so I can get like a digital thermometer over there. So if I have this heater under the desk that's barely, it's cold is what I'm saying. Tornadoes and blizzard conditions, high winds impact millions and winter storms across the United States, full coverage. It is coast to coast. 21 injured in explosion at downtown Fort. What happened here? I don't know, but the gas company apparently came out and said that the system was not involved in that Fort Worth hotel explosion. So I don't know what blew up down there. Other news going on. Coroner releases, speaking of blowing up, names of South Carolina couple found dead in extremely hot home. They say their body temperatures were like above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Something happened in the middle of the night. Maybe their furnace went 5 million Kelvin on them and burned them up. Tragic story. Very strange. That sucks. Subway derails. We got another subway. We had one last week too. This is a different one. On the F train line in Brooklyn. What's going on with the subway? Here's the one I remember I told you about last week. I didn't have a link on it, but I told you I get you one. Everybody knows about this by now, though. The Max 9.
Hanging from the ceiling.
The section below. Look at it.
Left, and there's this huge chunk.
George Carlin would say, broken plane.
And
no
the
shit.
wind is just extremely loud.
Man, craziness. United Airlines flight makes emergency landing due to possible mechanical issue with the door, so they're paying attention to all the doors now, which they should all the time. United finds loose bolts on plug doors during 7:30. So, yeah, these things, they're finding loose all kind of stuff. I got a couple more at the bottom. Miscellaneous. Rocket set to release remains of 330 people, including George Washington, JFK, and Star Trek cast into space. What? I don't know. And one at the bottom, apparently shocking new UFO footage shows giant jellyfish craft not visible to the naked eye, hovering over town, blurred intelligence. I'm telling you, you're not convincing me of anything until some hot green alien bitches is ringing my doorbell. I don't think that's too much to ask. Over to strange and bizarre news, some potentially disturbing content. Well, you know how it goes. White House crash, driver arrested after hitting exterior gate. Secret Service people are running down the White House gate again. Put a link to that. Pauly Shore, listen.
We both got invited to an Illuminati party, right?
He talks about this Illuminati party.
So
I'm pretty sure he's not acting here.
So I walk in the party, and then all of a sudden, Marky Wahlberg from the Funky Bunch is there too. I said, "Motherfucker!" I thought only one of us can
Listen
go.
to him for a minute.
And Leonardo DiCaprio comes out, and he says, "No, dude, you guys are both straight." So we're sitting there, and all of a sudden he starts looking at my hairline. And he's starts cutting. He said, "You gotta shave this part of your hair." I said, "Dude, I'm already fucking losing my hair."
Fast forward.
De Niro and Pacino and fucking Joe Pesci put their finger in my asshole. I get escorted to leave, and the rest is history.
I don't think he's acting there. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. We got video services of large groups speaking of Illuminati sacrifices, sexually abusing, assaulting toddlers in a Texas mall. I'm not looking into that. Shelter dog breaks out of kennel, sets off alarm, sick the dog is on the perverts. Tries to free friends before getting busted. I'm sorry. Felon, I got an update on the Soulard Church Bell found to have with a cache of firearms. Also linked to Soulard Church Bell, Jefferson Barracks veterans plaques. He's just stealing stuff all around St. Louis. Apparently this guy, this is all his cache of guns. This guy's connected to the bell that was stolen that the been returned. Speaking of a bell, well, not a bell, but an urn. Check this out. What's the story? Man stuck in urn at a party, loses pants, breaks expensive vase. Alabama. Look at this. Check this out. I love it because everybody's trying to tell him how to get it. Twist your arm this way and do that. And he's like, I'm doing everything I can.
I'm doing everything I fucking can. God damn it.
How you get stuck in the urn? I mean, he finally gets out because they break it open. I don't know what happened. Be advised, Rice University offers Afro-chemistry class to address inequities in chemistry. I guess chemistry is racist. I don't know. Speaking of chemistry, I got a story here. Louisiana police chief and his captain wife allegedly shot by deputy mistress. Lot of mercy. No link to that. Damn, they're all going to kill each other. Director of the next Star Wars movie says her goal is to make men... I tell you what makes me uncomfortable. The fact that there's going to be another Star Wars movie. There's 3 Star Wars movies. Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back. That's it. That's all. Stop calling it Star Wars. Bullshit, what it is. Just my little rant. Female who identifies as male uses men's restroom and then misses the women's restroom.
Today was my first day using the men's staff bathroom at school, and it's just so boring in there. The women have nice soap and plants, and it smells kind of like a waterfall. I asked one of my colleagues about it, and he said that's just the way that it is, that it's like boring to be a man. But guys, we don't have to accept that. I've been on the other...
It's like a room you go to pee in. I mean, there's no ambiance. Speaking of ambiance, check this out. We are not all the same. This is... You know, I watched this clip, and I'm like, man, we are such a long way from, ain't my type of hype. I mean, this, let's go backwards for a minute, okay? Please. Can we go back to 1990? It was a better time. Oh, my God. Please allow me to watch this just for a second for my mental health. Remember life before the internet, before smartphones, before cell phones? It was 1990, baby. Kid and play. Those were the times. I'll put a link to the video if you want to check it out. Good times for sure. That's all I got. For all other news, please check my favorite videos. I've re-favorited the Joseph Moshe Ukraine plague warning. I think everyone needs to remember what that man said 14 years ago. While you're watching the video, right under that, Florida Surgeon General calls for a halt to what? I can't say that out loud, but it's being reported by Fox 35 local media in Orlando. I'm surprised that video's still on YouTube. Dimcat's got one over there, and more subway derailments, jellyfish, armed men take over. Definitely check out my favorites, all kinds of fresh news over there. And thank you to everybody posting content in this day and age in 2024, keeping everybody informed. You guys are doing awesome work. Well, I did have a great shout out to give you, but unfortunately the video is currently unavailable. I'm going to leave a link to it anyway. It was a woman going on about how I think she's up in Chicago, and it was just really was a lot of profanity, to be honest with you. So a lot of you might not have wanted to see it anyway. Just going on about how they're taking kids out of Chicago schools so they can move immigrants in. Man, I hate it when videos like that go. It was superb. I saw it like at the beginning of the weekend. I'm like, that's my shout out right there. Bookmark that. I'll put a link to the video itself. If you take the video out of the URL, her page is still there on TikTok, so I don't know if she took it down or what. But she's got a lot of other videos. If you want to check her stuff out, I'll leave a link to it. And shout out to everybody who's been censored. How about that? You know, all the people that have been censored over the years. I know I've been one of them. A lot of people say the wrong thing. They don't want you talking about it. They probably took her video down. She was speaking a little bit too much truth. Wasn't making any threats or any sort of anything like that. Just a little bit too much truth. That's all I got for this week, guys. If you like the report, please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you think it sucked, it's the worst you've ever seen. You never want to see again. Sorry for the late report. I got started late tonight because it's frigid in here. The temperature in here is now 32 again. But it's cold. What's the temperature where you are? Is there ice all over your windows? Yesterday I was out driving. It started getting cold, and I noticed I couldn't get my driver's side window down. I tried to go through a drive-thru. I couldn't get. I was like, oh man. Yeah, these are those times of year when we find out, how good our car battery is, and how good is your coolant good? Were you running too much water? Are you running water in your windshield washer thing? Then these kind of problems happen when it gets. Oh, looking over the temperature now in St. Louis, it's 1 degree Fahrenheit. Feels like 19 below zero. And again, shout out to my first responders who are out there at 3:30 when I'm wrapping this video. I spent a long time looking for another link to that lady's. I can't find it. I'll put the original link. Maybe it'll come back online. Maybe she'll make it public again, or maybe they took it. I don't know. It's late in the morning. I'm gonna get this video up, get it out hopefully by 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Thank you guys for sticking around with me while I give you the news on a Sunday, though. You guys take care, stay safe, stay warm, please. Make sure you got plenty of sources of heat in case the power goes out, something like that. I don't gotta tell you, you guys be all right. We'll be all right. Come on, we're survivors. I love you guys very much. I will see you on the next one.